Hey everybody, I have kind of a good video for you if you are not feeling well and have sinus trouble and colds and things like that. Today I woke up and because the weather changed, I had a little bit of sinus, and I'm going to tell you my story in a nutshell to kind of let you see what I've been through and why I do the things I do for colds, sinuses, allergies, whatever. I'll start off by saying this. I first started having trouble years ago when I had an earache. So I went to the doctor and he said nobody should have to live like this because it was like a train was going through my head. That's how sick I was. And also, I'll kind of go this route so you can kind of see what's going on here. Um, I had husband number one was physically abusive to me, throwing me downstairs. I lost a baby at 6 months. I wasn't pregnant when I got married, but got pregnant after I was married, or at 4.5 months, 20 weeks. And he was wasn't good to me. So I ended up, leaving him. I came back home to my parents. I met someone else. I dated them for 3 years, and basically shortly after we were married, I realized there was some big problems because he wouldn't stop cheating on me. And then he actually, was getting abusive. Example, I had a really bad car accident and he like punched me full force in my neck, and he was just rotten. He used to try to tell me he's trying to drive me crazy and tell me I was ugly, ugly, ugly. He'd go sit in a chair and just say, "You're stupid, you're stupid." And the last Christmas I was with him, he gave me a keychain that said, "Hello, loser." I mean, he was just really rotten to me. So, fortunately, the last time he had a girlfriend, I just, I just left him. It was like, that's it. He wanted to stay together and see other people, and I don't know, it was a big mess. But all that being said, was he was just physically, he was making me really, really sick. I went to the doctors and I thought I had the flu, and he said, "You are just under so much stress." I actually had three, like my main doctor, an allergist, and there was another doctor. I can't remember. It's like three of my doctors were like, "We gotta help you. You are not feeling good." And my allergist turned to me and she goes, "My sister had some of these same issues." It was all like physical stuff. I was going through physical stuff. I just didn't feel good, and I was just feeling worse and worse and worse. And she turned to me and she said, "My sister got rid of her husband and she got better." Oh, I know. I was thinking my chiropractor. My chiropractor. I came to see my chiropractor and he said, "You should get rid of your husband," because I was under so much stress. And I was getting sicker and sicker and sicker. I was having chest pains. I was having acid reflux. I mean, I was sicker than a dog, and my health was deteriorating fast. So, that being said, was when he came home with a mark on his neck, you can figure that out, and he was, basically told my son and I that, he had a girlfriend again, and at that point, I think the reason I didn't leave him was because I was worried about my son, and I was, just didn't want to have issues with anything, and so, and plus I guess, I kept thinking, oh, maybe he'll get better, and he straightened out for a while. The last time he straightened out, for a while, and then, he did it again, and it was like that was that. So then I filed for divorce and met Clay. But the reason I'm sharing all that to you is to say some of my sinus issues came from stress. But I started having allergies, asthma. I was getting sicker and sicker and sicker, and I just couldn't seem to get better. My doctor turned to me, and he was like an excellent doctor, but I don't even know what to do for you because I had so many stomach problems and stuff. So, needless to say, I hardly have any of those problems anymore. But I know how to take care of allergies and colds and such because I went through such an extreme time. So here's what I do. Today I had a little cold, so I used a neti pot. I don't know if you've ever used a neti pot, but basically you just pour, it has like a little liquid that you pour in it. It's like water with salt or something. It'll come with it. And one side, it comes out the other side. You will get almost instant relief. Some people use it just to keep clean. The other thing I do is I take like something like I take an Allegra if my allergies flare up, which is hardly ever now because I don't have the stress in my life, so I don't have those issues like I did before. I've been with Clay for 4 years, and truthfully, my allergies were so bad it was like I could hardly breathe. But I I mean, I live around animals, and animals are in the house, and I'm out in the barn. I'm just telling you my story. So I guess I share that to say that I also, if I get really bad, I'll take like a Mucinex or an Allegra. That's what works for me. You should see your doctor. Also, too, chicken soup, lots of sleep. The house is really messy today. I called or texted Clay and said, I don't feel good. And he said, just go to bed. I mean, he's just really good to me. So he's like, just go to bed. And I know that there's things I have to do, but I'm opening the quail eggs. If you saw earlier, I checked out in the barn to see if there's quail. I'm catching up on stuff. And so, anyway, like a neti pot, if you take chicken soup, lots of sleep, taking stuff, medication. But if you address it early, I mean, some people just have allergies because they just have allergies. But I'm just telling you the things that I do and why I do them. My allergies hardly ever flare up anymore, but when they do, I attack them full force because, I mean, I had my head so bad one time that it felt like there was a balloon just like moving over the front of my head, and it was just really bad. And so, I mean, I was getting really scared because the allergies were so bad. But anyway, that being said, if you've never tried a neti pot, I know it sounds funny. Clay will never use one. My son tried it and loved it. My sister got me into it. These work like magic. They immediately almost clean you right out. If you won't try that, try steamers, medications, but if you address it early, and then sometimes what I've done too for me is like even had like a hot water bottle on my ears, or put a hot water bottle here. Like I said, these are things you're going to have to ask your doctor about to make sure they're right for you. But I'm just telling you my story. So that's my disclaimers. I'm not saying anyone should try these things. These are the things that I've done because I've had allergies so bad it was like I could hardly breathe. I've had that moment where it's like, and everyone around me thinks we've lost her, But I don't even take an inhaler or any of that anymore. The only thing I take is if my allergies flare up is an Allegra. I just usually pop one in, and usually it'll go away in a couple days. And if it's really bad, I take a Mucinex. But in general, you don't really, the doctor told me first 7 days is probably a cold, then after that it can, get into other stuff. So if you like if you are taking stuff, it can like get into like bronchitis and pneumonia and all that stuff if you're not taking care of yourself. But for the most part, most people don't experience all that, but I'm just telling you that the trail that I've had to deal with before, you know what I mean? It's like this and this and this and this. So I've learned to attack it. I watch funny, happy movies, and I just chill out. You know what? The housework is going to get done. The dishes are going to get done. The laundry's going to get done. And when I'm overtired, I'm like a 2-year-old. I'm cranky, I'm crabby. So, get your sleep. Funny movies are great. Like, I took the neti pot, and I feel great. Like, after I get done with the video, I'm going to attack my dishes and do some cleanups, and then I'll probably take a nap. But, I might not even take a nap, because that's how much better I feel just one time using the neti pot, because it kind of, like, cleans out all the stuff there. But what I like to do is kind of be like your mom, and like as I run into things, just teach you right there and then you hear it, then you know it. If it applies to you, great. If not, oh well, And as far as situations in the past, I think God had His grace on me as far as I don't have any issues from. I mean, I look at it like they were foolish, the other guys in my life. I mean, let's put it this way. My first husband had a lot of trouble, with the law and everything else, and to justify me, the next girlfriend that dated my husband, one of the next girlfriends, I guess the original one broke up with him, and then another one, they took him to court because he was abusive. So it's like, oh, there you go, But I'm not even mad. I forgive and forget, because you got to forgive the people in your past that have done bad things to you. Doesn't mean you got to sit there and hang out with them, but you could definitely forgive them and be free and know that they have their problems, but you don't have to be hateful and mean and all that. You just figured, you know what? They've got some problems. They can, straighten out just like everybody else, and But like I said, I'm not going to sit there and be bitter and be ugly and ruin my life by having be mad at them. I'm not going to sit down and be with them. But I'm certainly not going to. What was I going to say? I'm not going to allow that in my life. But some some allergies could be caused by stress. Some people smoke, some people drink, some people do this and that, and some people get sick, and some people scratch their head, some people blink their eyes, some people wash their hands. I mean, stress can do bad things to you. But, the main thing is get yourself in order, and usually it's the nice guy. It's like people say it takes two. Well, that's not what the Bible doesn't say it takes two. It usually says a divorce is caused because one person has a hard heart. Jesus said, I allow divorce for a hard heart. I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and too bad for you. So I don't believe in that. As I always say, who told you that? So, but that's like in a nutshell, that kind of stuff. And I'll just leave this on a side note because I don't want to be mean towards anyone because, we've got kids and we're not upset with anybody. But, Clay's wife had left him 10 years earlier before we met, too, for somebody else. So we were the innocent party, but we're not mad or upset. And people make mistakes in life, and we forgive and forget. And it's just life, and life is complicated. That's what I would say. Life is complicated, and so we're not so perfect, I'm sure I was mouthy to my mother and stuff growing up at times, or did things like that. I mean, I can't really think of a bunch of bad things that I did, but I mean, I'm sure I wasn't always perfect in my life. I think we all, if, the Bible says he without sin cast the first stone. So I'm not casting stones at everybody. I mean, we all have things. I mean, I can't think of anything major that I've done in life. I've pretty much been a jokester, but I'm just saying that, I'm sure I might have hurt somebody's feelings or something in life, So all I'm saying is one of the best ways to get better, too, when you're not feeling well, is to be positive, forgive others, forgive yourself, laugh at yourself. Like I said, one of the best things is to watch funny movies. Laughter does good like a medicine. So it's kind of like a little bit all over here, but since I had the cold, it's immediately my mind will go to like all that stuff, when I have to take care of myself. But more and more those thoughts are going to be leaving me as the years with Clay build, and top of year and top of year, it's going to be like a distant memory. But excuse me. But that being said, try the neti pot, try some funny movies. If you got too much stress in your life, look at your situation and de-stress yourself of some of the things, and don't take yourself so seriously, or other people either. And just be the best you can be. And if you don't feel good, take a nap. And like I like to say, sometimes the most godly thing you could do is to take a nap. Sometimes when you take a nap and get up again, you're like a new person. Or watch a funny movie. And so I hope this is good to hear, because if you were my child and you were sitting next to me and we got talking about allergies and sickness and this and that, we might talk about, all that kind of stuff. So, like I said, we want to teach you things about life, and, it's all good. Everything, like I said, my life is getting brighter and brighter and better every day. Clay and I are both happy, and just because you had a rough start doesn't mean the end of your life can't be spectacular. If you look at people in the Bible, a lot of them had a sucky first part of their life, but the end of their life was good. But that's just life. You live and learn, and you get a little smarter. So hope you enjoyed today's video. A little personal, but it's all good. It's like, it's happened so long ago now. It's been like 4 years, and I've moved on in lots of ways. But as you can tell, I'm ready for my nap. But I really want to get those dishes done, and I want to get the rest. The packing from those quail eggs was a lot. So check out our other videos. I hope this was helpful, and we'll see you in our next video. God bless.